Hello, welcome to Darlington Raceway, one of the most controversial RMCCS tracks of all time. We have not raced at this track properly since Season 1, not Season 4. We have not raced here since Season 1, where Doge won his first career race, aka Season 1 and 2 champion Doge. Today I'm going to show you how to drive, at least on mobile. I guess you can take these skills and use them with the PC cars as well, but I mean, this is just a mobile tutorial. So this track is very, very narrow, very, very unique, and very, very awkward to race on. And I've seen so many failures by the drivers to race at this track, so I'm going to put it down right here so all you guys can see. If you're on PC, I guess you can use the same techniques using a keyboard. Mouse, and it'll probably be easier to do it on mouse than with a thumb pad, but whatever. So, this track, the most unique feature of it is that it's shaped like an egg. As you can see, 1 and 2 are way wider than 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is, like, really short. Then 1 and 2 is just wide as shit. So, I mean, look at this. Look at this track. You think you would make it at this track? Of course you would. So, I'm going to show you how to drive the drift cars here. The RMCCS cars right now. So I've had all the practice I can on this track, and I think I found the method of how to drive it. So let's show you how to drive on the main line of the track, the top lane. One thing is, do not ride the walls. I'll talk about that a little bit later in detail, but do not ride the walls coming out of 3 and 4. Please don't. Or 1 and 2. So the main racing line is right here. This is the main racing line above the dotted line on the turns. And that's the racing line that you're going to use when you come into the turns most of the time. Why I say most of the time is because some people like to get unique and try to use those bottom lanes, but we'll talk about that in a second. So one thing you must consider is do not ride the wall coming out of 3 and 4. Or 2 and 4, not 3 and 4. But you can ride the wall on turn 3, but do not ride it out of 4, because then this will happen. You'll bounce off the wall. It's not doing it right now, but it will. Like, trust me, it will. It will happen. You will hit that wall, and you will bounce off the wall, and you will crash coming off of 2 and 4. So do not ride the wall. I'm just showing you just racing on the main line. You can see me using the thumb pad, how I use it. It's kind of just like a normal drift. You know, it's just, sometimes you'll get below the bottom line, but that's fine. Now, let's get to the complicated part. The thing that makes this track unique. Now, this version of Darlington, it doesn't have the walls on it that the track does nowadays in real life. It has, the lanes just wide open. So it's not just locked off at, like the 3rd lane. All the lanes are accessible. So let's say you're on the restart, say R, S, G. You start, most people are going to come up here. And they're going to do this. And they're going to stay on the main racing line, off of turns 1 and 2. Do not go any bit lower. Just keep it out of the turn. Do not try and go down like this, because you will end up going like that. That's what I'm talking about. Do not go off the turn like I just did. Do not do that. Let's say you're coming off the restart like this, using one of these bottom lines. So the main thing to using these bottom lines down here is that you have to be at a low speed. With thumb pad, you're just going to let it go. You're going to come into it like this. Like that. That's how you're going to come into those turns. I'm going to try and demonstrate it again. It might not work all the time. You just come in like that. You're going to hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And you might get an advantage over the guys on the top lane, because of course you're lower than them. But guys, don't be doing this all race, because you will not succeed like 90% of the time. I'm just kind of lucking out right here, I think. But, yeah. Don't try and do it. Don't try this at home, kids. We're fucking professionals right here. I'm just doing this for the league drivers, because the league drivers are going to come into this track like, whoa, what the hell? How do you drive this track? And I'm like, here's the YouTube video. Come watch the YouTube video. Like I said, if you're on PC, like NASCAR fan and maybe Carrot, you're going to have to just kind of do the thumb pad stuff I'm doing with a mouse or keyboard or whatever you use. So why I turned the fence off is because when the Goodyear 500 happens, you know, the race before, you know, the playoffs start and everything, please don't come off the turn like that. I'll show you myself, look. So, here it goes right here. See this section right here? It's usually a thing at the big tracks, you know, where you come off the banking lowers. This whole area right around the dotted line, like right below the dotted line, this is off limits. If you're going to come off of this piece right here, I'm walking around like this, you're going to come off the turn and you're going to end up flipping like I just got done doing. So do not do that. And what was I on about again? Oh yeah, the fence. Yeah, these videos are unscripted, of course. These fences are turned off because when the Goodyear 400 happens, the new spring race they added a couple of years back, I added it to our schedule as well. So when the Goodyear 400 starts, not the Southern 500. The Southern 500 is going to have the fence on. When the 400 happens here, all of this, the fence is going to be turned off. At the Southern 500, I'm going to turn the fences back on the turns to have damage crashes. But, you know, have a little bit of Darlington stripe action. But when the race that's going to happen soon happens, you know, the last race of the regular season, the fences are going to be completely turned off to punish drivers for just hopping off of the wall and doing all sorts of insane stuff like that. So, if you wanted to learn how to drive at these tracks with the drift cars, well, there you go. If you're not an RMCCS driver, well, I guess you could use this to make your own series. I don't know. Go ahead, drive the same cars. Just please don't conflict with our schedule. Okay, this has been Lash the NASCAR fan. See you next time. Wee-oo, 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 wambulance, wambulance, wambulance. Wait, what?